Looks like I have a shiny fucking forehead.
You do. You have the shiniest forehead I've ever seen.
Yeah, I should say the tip.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Well, good afternoon, good morning, whatever, wherever you live. Welcome to another edition of Pink Sock Podcast. I am Mike Usenick. This is G-Rock or Gorak or the Gorak or whatever you want to call him. How's your week been, buddy?
Yeah, good. Busy as always, you know.
Glad.
With work, watching movies and shit. I watched like the Jason Bourne movies.
Mm-hmm.
Finished it in 2 days.
Bro, you are a beast when it comes to watching movies. And also, I don't know how you do it, but you're a workout machine. You fucking play guitar and you watch all these movies. How do you do it?
Like what that Nike quote. I just do it. No.
Well, you do watch movies at work.
Yeah, on my breaks I do because I get long breaks, but then like if I'm not doing anything and if all of my like cleaning is done and all that shit around the house and laundry and all that things, man, if I got some downtime, I'd just put on a movie or something. I can't do TV shows as much anymore. TV shows bore me.
My one gripe about this living in the States is our breaks are too short, in my opinion. Like, I think you need time to be able to slowly eat your meal, enjoy your meal, give your body time to digest and enjoy your meal instead of like rush 30 minutes in.
Oh yeah, 30 minutes would go quick. Like I get 2.5 hour breaks.
I feel like I don't, because I'm trying to eat properly, and I'll get into that later. I'm trying to eat slower and stuff, and it's hard when every single job is a 30-minute lunch break.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit, eh?
Even when you meal prep, you got 2 minutes to cook it in the microwave. Then you're trying to slowly eat this meal. You get half of your meal done, and your lunch is over. So you got to like rush the rest of your meal.
Yeah, that's not cool at all. But
the average meal should take you to chew, swallow, and all of that. The average meal should take about 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But yeah, I started a diet recently because it's weird. I used to be the guy that would eat anything and not care, but I'm starting to be a little more health conscious. I found out recently, it's not been diagnosed, but I would still like to spread awareness on it. My doctor thinks I have early stages of fatty liver disease.
Okay. Do they know what caused it?
They don't know. From what I've seen and heard and read after I was done panicking for a day or two, after all that I've read, fatty liver disease can be caused from a number of things. It could be caused from alcohol, which I don't drink, but there's a non-alcoholic version of it as well, which people that don't drink, you can still get it.
Yeah.
Now, what is really messed up is it goes undetected most of the time until it's too late. Fortunate enough, if that is what I have, it was caught early and I can reverse it. Most doctors notice liver enzymes are off. They just assume you need more water instead of telling you to start taking care of yourself. A number of things can cause it. Pesticides in our food can cause it. A buildup of saturated fat can cause it, like vegetable oils, shit like that. Unhealthy eating. So I decided to take my diet a step further. I know it's a bit extreme to some, but it makes me feel better with my anxiety that I have. I'm going organic, natural, kind of like a Mediterranean style of diet. I'm walking 30 minutes to 40 minutes a day, or at least trying to, at least 4 to 5 days a week. More seafood in my diet. I've been eating fish every day, chicken every day. I am going to try to implement one meal or one day or whatever of no meat and just do like tofu and like beans and lentils. Something you've got to look out though for with this diet is starchy foods. You can have starchy vegetables and starchy fruit, but you have to do it in moderation and not every day. When you do starchy vegetables, don't do it alongside with whole grains. Whole grains are great on a diet like this, but if you mix the two, you're overstimulating your body and overstimulating your kidneys because too much carbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
but I'm
yeah,
not
your health
saying that.
comes first anyway, man.
Yeah, your mental and physical health absolutely comes first. And if you read the labels and see what's in your food, especially when you go out to eat, it's fucking weird. The stuff that's allowed, especially in the States.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to spread awareness for, and at first I was like, why me, blah, blah, blah. And then I kind of thought realistically, maybe I don't have it, but I should at least take the steps just in case. Now, if your liver enzymes are slightly off and your doctor tells you, I advise you to take it seriously and at least start some sort of a diet. The diet my doctor recommended is more fish due to omega-3 fatty acids. Take a vitamin D pill and vitamin B12, or take a vitamin B12, a multivitamin, and milk thistle. All of that is really good for your liver. That diet that I mentioned, it helps detox the liver. There's actually a drink that I found that helps as well. 2 cups of organic frozen kale, 1 cup of organic blueberries, 1 cup of water, and 1 cup of plain whole fat, whole milk, grass-fed kefir. Now with this diet, you kind of want to stay away from like a lot of fatty cheeses and shit like that, but every now and again is fine. What I do is I do low-fat, I do non-fat Greek yogurt, and then
that's good.
And I do like feta cheese or like actual cheese, not packaged American.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing this to have sympathy. I'm not mentioning this to have sympathy. I want to spread awareness of the fact I didn't even know that this kind of thing is possible if you're not a drinker. Because fatty liver disease can turn into cirrhosis of the liver, which is linked to alcoholism. And this type of thing is easily reversible in most cases, or it just stays the same through diet. But if you don't know that that's what you have, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm doing a lot better now. I did have anxiety about it, but I'm trying to get my anxiety completely under control, which it's there. I've been doing a lot better today. I'm actually mental state's a lot better after I started taking better care of myself. The only thing that has me stressed now is figuring out a game plan for my meals, because I've never done this before. I've never done this sort of diet, so I got to kind of plan my days, and I have friends that are helping. But I have to sit down probably today and figure out a week-long meal prep plan for next week, and then kind of sort of this week.
Yeah.
Because I don't know when me and them's going to meal prep, but I got to get a meal prep plan going so I can go grocery shopping and plan my weeks a little better instead of on the fly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's better to do it that way as well.
Do you do that? Do you do meal prepping, or do you just eat?
I used to, but now I just buy groceries just for my working week. So I'll just bring my own food to work. And maybe like once a week I'll have whatever at work, like maybe a fucking burger or garlic bread or something like that. But most of the time I'm eating healthy and shit. On my days off, I do cook at home sometimes, but like there's so many good like whole food cafes around here.
Yeah, we don't have any organic or whole food cafes around here. And also another thing that's kind of important, is important, is for certain diets it's not, but 3 meals a day and 1 or 2 snacks. Now it was recommended online for some people. It works. And it actually helps reverse fatty liver disease. It's something called intermittent fasting.
I used to do that too.
And I know a lot of people say fasting, that means don't eat. No, it means quit eating at like 7 and then don't start eating again till like 8 or 9 in the morning.
Yeah, or the way how I used to do it, because I did it for like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, so I can give my body a break in between.
Mm-hmm.
I would fast So I will like get up in the morning and just like drink water, and then from midday I would eat. So from midday till 8 p.m.
Hmm.
and then 8 p.m. I'll stop eating and fast all the way through to the next day. Then 12 o'clock eat till 8 p.m. and then stop.
Interesting. Did you do 3 meals a day or was it just two?
I did like three. It depends because sometimes I train as well. Then I'll get that extra meal in, but I'll have snacks as well, like a protein bar or a fruit, apple, whatever.
See, since I'm not used to this, I am going to be seeing a
It's
dietitian.
really good. It's really good. I highly recommend it.
Well, I'm going to be seeing a dietitian because the fact is like I'm active and like I'm trying to do portion control, but I also don't want to lack myself of calories because I
Yeah.
don't want to just keep losing weight, which I have been. But like I just want a happy medium. So I'm seeing a dietitian because my doctor said don't count calories, just keep eating. But I don't feel like I'm eating less than I used to. I'm just eating more healthier than I used to.
Yeah.
Like more,
It's got a lot to do with hydration as well too.
yeah. I've been drinking more water. I've also been I upped my uh, vegetable intake, or at least been trying to. I've upped my fruit intake.
Yeah.
Um, Instead of like occasional fruits, I have like 2 servings a day of fruit, and I have like 5 to 6 servings of vegetables, maybe more.
Yeah.
Um, and then I'm sticking away from red meats as much as possible. So I do mostly fish and chicken through the day.
What type of fish like do you eat?
Well, I'm going to start experimenting with more, but lately it's been salmon, sea bass, mackerel, sardines, tuna.
Some
Um,
tuna from the can?
yeah, anchovies.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they say tuna in the can though is okay, but like with the amount of like shit that's in it, like the mercury.
Yeah, you got to be careful of mercury. So I only eat canned tuna maybe like once a week, if
I
that.
used to do that too with like rice and soy sauce.
Hmm. Well, the thing is, the body does flush out mercury, but it takes longer.
Yeah. But like
So,
it's not too bad to have it every now and then, but fresh caught seafood is always the best.
see, I try to do that, but I get frozen usually because that's what's available around me, which is
Yeah, yeah. Is there like a seafood market like near your
there.
place?
There is, but the negative is though is if I get seafood and I'm meal prepping for the week, yeah, I can get enough just for that week. But I'd rather get frozen because then it can last me 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's already portioned out for you as well too.
Yeah, and wild caught frozen seafood, from my understanding, I could be mistaken, is just as nutritious as buying it at the market.
Yeah, I used to be like on a. This is like years ago. When I was like really strict with my diet. This is when I was sort of like eating red meat, but I was like on a kind of like on a low carb diet.
Hmm.
And
Like
dude, I was
keto,
like, what's that?
like keto.
Kinda, yeah. And fuck, dude, I went down to like 10% body fat,
Damn, dude.
stacked on muscle mass and shit.
My diet is kind of low carb, like it's below 45 grams a meal.
Yeah,
At least I don't count. I just know, like from what I've read, the certain diet that I'm doing is typically that low. But I guess like I'm just trying to eat healthier. I'm trying to do better. I mean, that's all we can do. Um, but yeah, dude, I'm gonna reverse this thing if that's what it is.
yeah.
If not, at least I'm happy with what I'm eating for once.
I to stay on the fitness and health topic, I saw something on I think it was on Facebook this morning. There's this um bodybuilder guy. He admitted that he takes steroids
Uh huh.
and like he full on takes steroids and shit, and he admits it. But then he was calling out fitness influencers and shit, saying that they need to come clean, that they're using, you know, PEDs
Yeah,
and shit like that, which most of them don't come out, you know,
I admit that kind of shit.
admit that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think they should.
Be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's, don't get like people sucking into your shit just because, you know, if you do this in like 2 weeks, you look like this bullshit. Like,
That's
fuck
like
off.
the whole Liver King thing. He's like, I eat nothing but raw meat and shit.
Have
I'm
you?
like,
I've seen something on TikTok. They were doing TikTok or Instagram. I can't remember where it was. I think it was Instagram. And then he's like 40 years old, right? And they had like a vegan bodybuilder, and he's 50. And they had those two compare to each other, and the Living King looks like older than 40.
see, the vegan diet I heard is really good, but like, I don't know how to go about that kind of diet, even if I wanted to, because how do you get your protein?
Heaps of foods, man.
Like, is it through like tofu and shit?
Yeah, there's like tofu. A
Lentil
lot with
beans?
like iron as well. You can get your iron from vegetables,
Yeah, I
which,
knew
you
that.
know, you still get a like you still get like can get a good amount. People say that, you know, they should get your iron from red meat, but
See, I read though, how do you get your omega threes though? Is that through like chia seeds and like hemp hearts and shit?
let's have a look at this. I was on it for a little bit, then I went pescatarian. So
Oh, you just eat seafood?
yeah, for about a year and a half, and then I tried eating red meat again. Then my stomach felt weird.
How often do you eat seafood?
Me,
Yeah.
um, when I can, whenever I feel like it, really.
So like, what do you eat on a normal day though? Like meat wise, do you just eat vegetables?
No, I'll have like some chicken breast that I'll marinate in like teriyaki sauce or something,
So
and garlic and onion.
do you eat
And
meat like every like two of your meals, or do you just eat meat one meal a day?
no, two of my meals.
Okay.
Sometimes, if I feel like I'm really bloated,
Uh huh.
I'll make like a really good salad or something.
Because the way I've been eating lately is like for like dinner I'll have like a fish, and then for supper I'll have chicken.
Yeah. What were we looking at? How to get protein from a vegan diet.
Now, how to get omega threes in a vegan diet?
Uh,
But I think hemp seed hearts and chia seeds are a good source. That's what I've been using.
yeah, chia seeds good, especially for like puddings and stuff.
But yeah, I was gonna probably get a grocery list together after this, after I'm done eating, and I might just plan my meals for this week and just go from there.
Um, so omega threes. It's coming up with all like fucking tablets.
Oh, that's because they make a lot of omega-3 tablets for people that's lacking it.
Yeah,
Omega-3 food list would be fish, of course.
raw fruits, vegetables, some nuts and seeds.
Yeah, nuts, seeds. So like you'll need.
Oh, here we are. Let's so canola oil, seaweed, walnuts, fixed seeds. Fixed seeds good too.
Fortified foods such as yogurt.
Yeah, chia seeds, you're right on that. Hemp seeds are good. Sometimes
Um,
I put a bit of hemp seed in my protein shake and blend it up.
See, like,
Kidney beans. So there you go.
damn.
Yeah, I'll pop it up on a screen, eh? But no, it's like I always get vegan. Like people always send me vegan jokes when I'm like, I'm not fucking vegan for fuck's sake. Like I choose to eat less meat and more vegetables and shit. Like, shut the fuck up.
See, I've been upping my vegetable intake. With fruit, you got to kind of be careful due to the natural sugar that's in it. Too much of it
Yeah,
isn't good. However, there is one fruit that doesn't have sugar, or is
What's
very
that
low,
one?
or is very low in sugar. Avocados.
Yeah, it's high in fat.
It's very high in
Good
good
fat.
fat. It's monosaturated fat, if I'm not mistaken.
It's good fats too. Is it coming up? There it is.
Flax seeds, those are good too.
Yeah.
Those are really good. Walnut,
Walnuts are good. They're a
I
good snack.
eat them. I eat those, and now here's the thing about especially my diet. Scroll down. 4. Does it say canola oil? You got to be careful with canola oil. I was told anyway to, instead of cooking with canola oil, avocado oil.
Yeah. Avocado oil is good. I see a lot of people cooking with olive oil, which I don't like, but people say you get more calories from that.
Well, extra virgin olive oil, you got to be careful if you're pan cooking with it. You would want avocado oil because it has a higher cooking point, from what I've read.
Yeah. And you pretty much lose like all the flavors and taste.
Yeah. With extra virgin olive oil, you use that for like salad dressings and shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless if you want to do a shot of it, but
Blueberry
yeah, chia seeds are good, man. Like,
blueberry almond chia seeds pudding.
yeah.
I just made a chia seed something or another last night.
There we are.
Oh yeah, I did that exact recipe, except
I'm gonna save that.
I actually made that, but I put oatmeal in it instead, and it ended up making an instant oatmeal with chia seeds. And I added
Okay. It's some good shit though, man. Hold on. But for protein wise, so let's go have a look for good source of protein for a vegan diet. So you got soy, legumes. Did I say that right?
I apologize, Gorak. My computer, I think, messed up. But I made that chia seed thing, and it was fucking delicious, dude. It was like an instant oatmeal. I advise it.
Have you done overnight oats before?
That's pretty much what this was, but I put chia.
Yeah.
Seed.
That's good shit though, eh?
It's fucking delicious, dude.
It's also good for like a breakfast.
What I realize that I need to do now is I need to start, when I'm getting whole grains, I need to start looking at the fiber intake, because I don't think I have enough fiber in my diet.
Oats is high in fiber. Black coffee is fiber as well.
See, I was going to get dark roast black coffee because I heard that it's
dark roast is good. Yeah,
dark roast is the best, and it also is very low in acidity, so it's better for people that have like acid reflux.
So chocolate peanut butter breakfast quinoa.
Ooh. You'd have to get, especially with my diet anyway, because I'm kind of strict with my diet right now. I'd have to get organic, non-sugar dark chocolate, so like 100% dark chocolate.
Spicy tofu scramble.
Ooh, how do you make that?
Let's have a look at the spinach tofu scramble. I love tofu.
I haven't started cooking with it yet, but I have extra firm tofu in the fridge, but I don't know what to do with it.
Marinate it.
What do I marinate it with?
I'll use, a friend of mine told me this too. There's heaps of different marinades, but soy sauce is good and a little bit of water.
I'm trying to stay away from a whole lot of salt. Like I still do salt. But
yeah.
Could I put it in like olive oil with like a bunch of spices?
You could. I've never done it like that. I buy the stuff that's already done. Like the teriyaki and honey, and all that shit.
I would have to do.
But I do have um, I do take vegan like protein powder,
Uh-huh.
and I had sometimes I have it. I mainly have it for like a post workout after a workout and shit. But you can have it sort of like a meal thing if you really want it. But I like it. It's good for the gut. I take
So
heaps of shit. I take heaps of stuff just to take care of myself.
see, I love talking to you because you take care of yourself, and I never used to. So maybe you could help me a little bit.
Yeah, I'll charge you like $10 a month. No.
That's cheaper than my fucking uh, dietitian. Let me tell you that much.
$10 a month, and you gotta buy your flight. You gotta buy your plane ticket for here.
Oh, I'm out there.
No, if you ever come here, dude, I'll take you out to some places around here.
So, do you guys have organic whole food restaurants where you live?
We do have a lot of vegetarian, or we not a lot of but we do have like vegan, vegetarian options at restaurants.
Uh-huh.
There's one of my favorite Thai place. I think it's fuck, I forget what it's called, but I order from them like once a week. It's like a vegetarian, vegan Thai restaurant, and it's fucking amazing. I
So,
don't know the name.
how long do you marinate your tofu? Because I found a recipe.
You can do it overnight.
Yeah,
Tastes
but
better.
I ain't got that kind of time though. I was gonna make it for supper.
That's why you buy things the day before you do your prep.
Well, I didn't start meal prepping till today. Is there like an amount of like hours that you can do it? Because I can
You can
start
do
it.
it for a couple of hours if you want.
Okay. Because
But
this
if it,
recipe. Whoops. Sorry. Go ahead.
it tastes better if it's
Overnight.
longer. The longer the better.
I'll just have to go to the grocery store after I'm done cooking. I'll just make fish and chicken today, and then
Okay. So it's called Karma Tea House in Wollongong. It's just up the road from my house.
what's it
My
called?
place. Karma, Karma Tea House.
Karmada House.
Yeah.
Whoop. I don't think that's it. Karma.
Tea House.
I don't even see it.
Type Wollongong.
Yeah,
WOLLON.
I got it, brother. Oh, Karma
Yeah.
Tea House.
Yeah.
It's like a Korean restaurant.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking good, dude.
Why
So
can't
good.
why can't we have
Like,
this kind of shit at home here?
like I get like I every time when I like get takeaway, I always get big. Like I go big with my foods. Like the vegetarian spring rolls is fucking good. Um the 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 spinach and mushroom or like red curry buns are
Uh-huh.
really good. And I normally go for like a main meal. I normally go for where are you?
I do have a good question though.
I get like a barbecue tofu stir fry bowl.
I have a
So good.
question though. When you guys in Australia fry, what kind of oil do you guys typically use?
I guess everywhere is different. What in a deep fryer or as in
Just fry, pan fry.
for fry? I personally probably use vegetable oil.
I use olive oil because it's healthier. Vegetable oil is horrible for your arteries and shit.
Yeah.
Um, I use extra virgin olive oil. Well, no, I use avocado oil for frying. I use the extra virgin olive oil for salads. I was using it for pan frying until I found out it's bad. It's not as good as all.
Yeah, dude. It just it doesn't taste the same.
Avocado oil, I think, tastes good.
Oh yeah, I've never had it. You can buy the spray. Um,
Get the
cans
bottle,
and shit.
not the spray, the bottle.
Yeah.
The spray can has added shit in it that makes it not as healthy.
Oh, I use a lot of spray. I find it's a lot easier to use.
See, everybody's different. I'm not going to judge you as long as you don't judge me for being a little crazy about my diet. Everybody's diet and way that they live, we shouldn't judge. Like I always hear people say vegetarians, vegans, blah, 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 make fun of them. No, like it's healthy for them.
Yeah. Like this is why we don't age.
I'm trying to turn back the hands of time with I think stress has a lot to do with it too.
I hate stress, man. That's why I take stress like a stress supplement. It's got like B12 and all that stuff in it.
I'm trying to start taking stuff, and I'm also taking up meditation because my stress levels are kind of high. Now, I read somewhere that the reason why Americans have such a issue with like health problems and shit is because in Europe and like especially the Mediterranean region, they have lower stress levels because their work-life balance is a lot better. And they have longer lunch breaks and they're able to enjoy their time.
I get stressed when people stress me out.
See, I'm trying to get to the point where I can't let people phase me. Oh, I tried something recently. And this is not me bitching about the product. I could be making a mistake. But I bought mud water recently, and they're a great product. It tastes great. It's good.
Mud water.
It is mushroom coffee, essentially.
Okay.
It's a weird name.
We could do a comparison of what mud water is. I just go outside and get some mud and blend it with water.
Well, this stuff it tastes good until I get to the last drink, and you end up with this shit.
That's kind of like it's sort of like if like drinking hot chocolate when it's not mixed through properly.
Bro, I took a frother to this thing for 30 seconds to a minute. And like once you chug this thing, because I drink kind of slow, especially when I'm home. Like I got time. I drink kind of slow. And it seems like if you drink slow, you end up with this sludgy shit. And their website says if you froth it real good, it should mix, but it doesn't.
Take it back. Bring your mug there. See this shit?
See this fucking shit, you assholes?
Yeah, fix it.
Fix it. Fix your goddamn product.
Yeah, exactly. What am I doing wrong here?
But like, I'd give them like a 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 because it's a great tasting cup. It's healthy for you, all that shit. But like, come on, fix it.
Yeah, exactly right. But I'm only drinking like maybe 2 cups of coffee a day now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like drink as much coffee. That's not even affecting me on me anymore as much because I used to drink it so fucking much.
Oh, another thing that I got coffee. I'm gonna try to drink 1 cup a day, but I've also taken up drinking tea more.
Yeah. Oh, I just finished mine.
I try to get I think they recommend 88 ounces of water a day.
What's that in liters?
It's about hold on.
88. Wouldn't that be like almost like over a liter?
It depends on your body weight and shit too, but it calls for 3.7 liters of fluids a day. Now I try to do that much of water, like glasses of water, and I switch it out with tea. Like I'll drink that much water, but I'll also swap it out for tea because tea metabolizes differently from what I've understood.
Yeah. But I've been drinking tea before I go to bed. I feel much better. Like I feel relaxed.
See, I was told now, is that still considered part of fasting? Can you still drink fluids during those hours? Just not eat?
Apparently, you can't drink coffee.
But you can drink tea and water.
I think you can drink some tea because I'm pretty sure there would have to be a few teas with that, like a couple of tea products that doesn't have that's got like 0 calories in it.
Okay, you can have teas that contain no calories.
There.
So teas with no calories will not break a fast. And that's actually how breakfast got its name. Because back in the day, people used to have to like go out and shop for their food in the mornings or whatever, because they would do it by day.
Yeah.
In a lot of regions, they still do that. They'll just go to the grocery store and pick up food and then just make their meal for the day. So, like, breakfast is break fast. It's when you're breaking your fast.
Do you think that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, though?
I've been told. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I haven't studied that.
Because for some people it is, and some people it isn't. It depends what you're having for breakfast as well. You don't want to, carb load yourself. You know what I mean? Because you'll be fucking burnt out.
Well, I have a question though. I understand that intermittent fasting and even fasting in general is really good for like your body to have time to break down the nutrients and everything. But how is
I
that
believe it's good for your metabolism as well.
how is it healthy though if you're not taking in any carbs for days at a time or anything for days at a time?
How is it not healthy?
Yeah, no, how is it healthy? Because aren't you supposed to get calories daily or food daily?
Um, Not really. There are people that would fast for I don't know, a whole day.
Yeah, but there's people that fast for like 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah, I
Like,
believe. I think Travis Barker from Blink-182 said on the Joe Rogan podcast. I think he said he went to some place, and it was like some silent place where they couldn't eat and talk for like a week or
yeah, but
whatever.
you would almost have to, so your body has time to break down the nutrients and has enough nutrients. You'd almost have to eat like like not like crazy, but eat a lot for like a week
Mm,
and then take a week off. You can't just eat small portioned meals like you're supposed to and then take a whole week off, because then your body, you're just going to lose a bunch of weight.
yeah,
But some foods take 3 to 4 days to digest, so that's kind of where it is realistic.
yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know much about it. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, well, they all like a lot of people say like fasting, intermittent fasting is like it is good for you and that.
Yeah,
Um,
it gives
but
your body time
then
to digest.
when you yeah, and then when you're eating as well, I'm assuming they having maybe 3 big meals
Hmm.
and maybe like snacks, maybe.
Well, if you're doing portion control, having a
Mm,
big meal would look like a shit ton of vegetables, like a little bit of meat, like not a little bit, but like the size of your fist of meat, and then like a serving of whole grains, maybe, or some grains like that. So they're probably eating a bunch of like shit like that.
yeah, but a lot of it would have to do with hydration
Yeah,
or
and
whatnot.
also, well, since you're not going to be eating for 3 to 4 to 5 days, meat usually takes a while to digest. You realistically could have a couple meals where you like have more meat than you normally would.
Yeah, like you can get full by drinking like 2 liters of water.
Oh, you can. My issue is I used to anxiety eat or stress eat, so I never knew when I was actually full.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to get used to knowing when my body is full.
yeah,
Like, and I'm also trying to get into like what herbs and spices to use for my meals, because I'm not used to cooking at home. I'm used to just going out, and like going
yeah,
out to eat in America, you can't find a very good healthy restaurant.
yeah, yeah. There's like a lot of fast food here, but like there seem to be like a lot of healthier cafes and stuff around
Yeah,
and
like
shit. which is really good, man. Which I would like to give a shout out to one of them because they actually support us.
They do. Go ahead.
Yeah, they do. Let Us Be Frank in Wollongong. They're a Whole Foods cafe. They do like the best vegan cheeseburgers.
Their name is Let Us Be Frank.
Yeah. They're really, really good. They do really good coffees. They do really good turmeric lattes. Turmeric lattes is good. It's actually good for your immune system, your hair, and everything.
I've been adding turmeric to some of my foods. Like I've been adding it to my fish. I added it to my eggs this morning. It's kind of spicy.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's
But
really
it's
good.
really good for you. It's really good for your immune system as well. I've got some coffee sachets for my immunity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got like vitamin C and minerals and stuff like that.
So
Because it's winter time here now. So
since they support the show, I'm gonna have to go eat there when I come.
yeah, they follow us and stuff. So I get takeaway from them maybe like once a fortnight or so.
Their menu items are organic.
Yeah, they got kombucha. They do really good juices there, muesli bowls, all the stuff like muffins and cakes and cookies and whatever. It's all
So
freshly baked.
are all of their menu items organic, or is it just certain ones?
Maybe certain ones, but they got healthier choices salad wise. Um,
I love it.
they do like salads and they do add-ons like you can have chicken, halloumi, um, and some other stuff like that.
Dude, guys, if you're in Australia and you're listening to this, go check out Let Us Be Frank. I'm looking at their menu and it's incredible.
Yeah, yeah. Their coffee is amazing. Like their turmeric lattes, dude. It's fucking great. Their green smoothie is good.
All of their coffees are organic.
Yeah, they have really nice coffee beans there.
Their chai latte sounds delicious. Now, Gorak, I don't know what the price is in America, but their food looks relatively good priced for what they are.
Yeah, they're I like to get like the green goodness bowl. It's
Mm-hmm.
got like peas, beans, fuck, kale, and some other stuff with some type of fucking dressing in that, and I have it with like halloumi cheese on top. Like it's like $3 extra or whatever it is, but it's fucking worth it, dude.
So another question, since we were talking about tofu earlier, to marinate it, does it have to be a full 24 hours or can it be like 8 hours overnight?
You can do 8 hours if you want to, but I personally would like to do it overnight. Um, it just tastes better. You have more flavor.
Overnight, but how many hours? Because overnight for some people can be just 8 hours. Just throw it in the fridge for.
Dude, whatever, 8 hours if you want, or longer. Like the longer you marinate it, it tastes better.
Okay. Just
That's
leave
what
it.
I do. That's what I do with chicken as well. I marinate chicken for like maybe 2 days, and then cook it.
Just throw it in the fridge. I got a question. When you
Sometimes I forget that I have it there. Not on purpose.
when you meal prep, here's a good question that I've always had for people because everybody's different. When you cook your meat and stuff for meal prep, like to throw it in the fridge, do you ice bath your meat when it is done, or do you just leave it at room temperature, then throw it in the fridge? Do you just throw it in the fridge? Because there's like proper ways to cool down food, but how do you do it?
Oh, after cooking it.
Yeah, after cooking it, you need to cool it down because you're saving it for the rest of the week. How do you cool it down?
Oh, I'll leave it out for a bit.
So you just leave it out for a little bit and then you throw it in the fridge.
Yeah, so I'll put it in containers, leave the lid a little bit open, and then leave it out for like maybe 5-10 minutes or whatever, and then put it in the fridge. Because if you put it in the fridge and it's covered and it's still hot, it's gonna sweat.
Well, yeah, the reason why I ask is because according to food safety guidelines, you're a chef, you probably know this. When you're in the food industry, you're supposed to get that piece of meat down to 70 degrees within 4 hours. and then you have to get it down to 41 degrees within 6 hours.
That sounds about right.
So, like, is it safe for those that's listening? I know a lot of people are like, I'm curious about this kind of stuff. Is it safe to leave meat out at room temperature and cool it down in the fridge?
Not in the fridge. I wouldn't do it.
Well, no, you just said that you leave it at room temperature for 10 minutes and then throw it in the fridge. Is it
And
safe?
then throw it in the fridge, yeah.
Yeah, is it safe that way? Like, does your meat reach the right temperature that way?
I never checked it. I never check the temperatures when I do that. Like, I let it cool down until it's like, cold. Not cold, but like, cold enough to put in.
I was just curious because there's just some people out there that are like, hey, I food prep, but some people have like a low immune system or no immune system, and it's best for them to like know exactly what to do so that they don't get food poisoning.
Yeah. If you leave it overnight, then you're fucked.
Yeah. Well, you can leave it at room temperature for like 4 hours before you got to throw it out.
Yeah. Or maybe a little bit under, but
Well,
it depends. But it depends. If it's summertime, don't leave it out for too long.
Yeah.
And shit.
Actually, let me look. 2 hours, not 4. Sorry, 2 hours. According to the USDA, and I know guidelines are different in Australia probably, but food can be left at room temperature up to 2 hours if the temperature outside or in your house is 90 degrees above. That time should be cut in half. So what you should probably do if you're conscious about like if your food's cooling down properly, just temp it at like 2 or 3 hours because you got 4 hours to cool it down to 70.
Or you can do what I do. Just time it.
But yeah, I know like in the food industry you have to like you can portion the food into smaller amounts and then refrigerate.
Yeah.
You can cut big pieces of meat into you can transfer liquids into shallow pans, all that shit. But you can also do an ice water bath, which you put the food in like a Ziploc bag, you put ice in your sink, and then you fill it up with water and you just leave it sit there.
Yeah. Right.
Now, when it comes to certain foods, you're supposed to get it cooled down from 135 or whatever to 70 degrees within 2 hours, not 4 hours, sorry, 2 hours. And then it has to go from 70 degrees to 41 degrees. No, it has to go, sorry, from 135 to 70 within 2 hours. And then from 135 to 41, so from 70 to 41 within a total of 6 hours. So once you cool it down to 70, you have 4 more hours to cool it down. But that's to prevent foodborne illness. Which I, the other day, did like a little bit of an experiment.
Yeah.
I threw a soup that I had in the fridge, and it did go down to 70 degrees within the. I did 4 hours, so I might have been wrong, but it was down to like 60 degrees or whatever. Yeah. So realistically, you could. However, they don't recommend you to cook your food and then throw it in the freezer right after.
No, don't do that.
Why is that, Gorak? Do you want to educate us?
What's that?
Why you shouldn't freeze it after you're done cooking it?
Freeze it?
Yeah, like right after you're done cooking it.
Dude, you gotta fucking cool that shit down before you freeze it or whatever.
Yeah, but realistically, why?
Why?
Shit. That freezer will cool it down in time.
Yeah, I know, but like, I've never Like I've never seen anyone do that before, but like personally, I wouldn't like to cool it down.
Here's why. You at least want to cool it down to the 40 degrees because if you put hot food in your freezer, you're risking defrosting everything else in there.
Yeah.
That's why. I didn't know we were going to have a health food conversation, but I knew you're into health, and I figured we should have a serious talk about shit. So,
Although I had 2 cheat days.
I haven't had a cheat day yet, but when I'm doing my cheat days, it's just like I'll add a healthy sweet there.
Yeah.
I make a killer. It's a frozen Greek yogurt.
That's
And
cool.
it's
I like
delicious.
yogurt. Yogurt's the shit.
It's good for you too. At least like non-fat Greek yogurt's good for you. I don't know about all the others, but it's really good for probiotics for your stomach.
Have you watched Super Beast yet?
I watched portion of it and then I fell asleep, so I'm gonna watch it today. We are
Yeah.
going to be reviewing that Wednesday, guys. Let's get back on topic. Yeah, right there.
That's Rey Mysterio's dad.
It is. You want to know something crazy? Rey Mysterio actually has an uncle who was a wrestler. His name was Rey Mysterio as well. Rey Mysterio. Huh?
All wrestlers are like somehow family related now.
Well, the thing is with Rey Mysterio is a lot of people don't really realize this, but Rey Mysterio's original ring name was Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah, wasn't that back in the WCW days?
Yeah, that's because his uncle was a legendary luchador named Rey Mysterio Sr.
Because I remember Rey Mysterio in the WCW days.
Yeah.
He didn't have the mask.
No, he was unmasked in WCW, which was a big controversy because he put his mask back on. Most luchadors, when they remove their mask, they're not allowed to put it back on.
Yeah. I remember seeing that for the first time. I'm like, why is there a child in the ring?
He's so young. What's crazy is that man is, I think, in his 50s now, and he still moves like he used to. Like he hasn't stopped.
He's
He's a monster.
insane. Hey, is it AEW?
Yes.
Yeah, they got it on one of like the cable channels here.
Dude, that's awesome. I actually went to
Live Thursday nights here, I think. I'll have to
Yeah.
check it out because I get Thursdays off.
watch it, dude. I haven't watched it recently, but I went to one of their events, like their third event ever, and it was awesome, bro. Like I
Was
love
it looks pretty hectic too. Like I've seen like clips.
Well, I don't know now because I haven't watched it in like a year or two. Like I watched it when
Yeah.
it first came out, so I'll have to watch it again because it's been a while.
Yeah, I know they but I know they do like a live coverage from 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Thursday night, whatever it is, on one of our sports channels.
Bro, that's fucking cool. They have
So
a
I might have
lot.
to check it out.
They have a lot of legendary wrestlers though. Like they have
Chris
well,
Jericho.
not like legendary, some of them, but some of them have been around. Like they have Adam Cole, they have Chris Jericho, like you mentioned, Billy Gunn. They have Billy Gunn's children. They have Brian Pillman's son. Remember Brian Pillman?
yes.
They have Brian Danielson.
Yeah.
They have Christian Cage, Christopher Daniels, CM Punk, but he hasn't been around in a while.
He's like in between wrestling and MMA at the moment, isn't he?
Well, he had a big issue with AEW. There was like an argument or whatever, and that
Is his wife still wrestling?
I don't think so. Oh, another wrestler they have is Dustin Rhodes,
Yeah.
who a lot of people will remember as Goldust.
Yes. He was good back in the day.
Yeah, he was. They have
I thought it was a little bit weird, but yeah.
They have Jay Lethal. They have Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett, John Moxley. Like they have a lot of fucking good ass wrestlers and a lot of good ass up and coming wrestlers.
Yeah. It's like they're still in the ratings, dude.
They have the Hardy brothers, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
And the Hardy Brothers are coming out to their theme song they had in WWE
Ah, nice.
because apparently WWE doesn't own
The rights.
the rights to that.
So they took it with them.
Yeah, they took it with them.
That's pretty smart and shit.
Right.
But some other cool news. Rob Zombie's working on the new album.
Yes, with Mike Riggs.
Yep. I watched this interview on YouTube with Rob recently that came out a few days ago.
Uh-huh.
And he was saying that Halloween 1 was a nightmare to film because he kept getting fucked over.
That's what I heard.
And Halloween 2, he wasn't planning on doing it, but then they couldn't find a director.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, they couldn't find a director, so he said he'll do it, and then he said that was a living hell as well.
I heard there was supposed to be a Halloween 3, but he canceled it.
He did, yeah. But yeah, he admitted like filming Halloween 1 was a nightmare because there was just a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, I've heard that about that. I heard that about that movie, and also the fact is like, how does Rob find time to do movies and do fucking touring? That dude's a machine.
I know, and he's like almost 60, and he still sounds good. He fucking looks good, and
yeah,
like him and Alice sounds better than Vince Neil put together.
And you just said Vince Neil put together like himself, just one guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Big Mac. No. Motley Crue and Def Leppard are coming to Australia.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
That's fucking ...
You need to see.
People are just going to see John 5.
You need to go to see Def Leppard. I've not seen Def Leppard in concert. I might go to this tour just to see Def Leppard and leave.
A lot of people are still upset because they wanted a John 5 Australian sideshow that he was supposed to do, but then he cancelled and joined Motley Crue instead.
You know what's weird though is like if I go to the Motley Crue show, I'm going to go to see Alice Cooper and Def Leppard, and that's it.
Yeah.
Is Alice part of the Australian tour?
Yeah, I think that's in November.
Damn, bro.
And Foo Fighters are coming to Australia as well.
Mine is in August, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, Foo Fighters are playing a day before my birthday.
Damn. Well, dude, I have to get my fish made because I don't even have my lunch finished.
Well, and then for all those horror fans out there, Terrifier 3 is coming out next year.
That's awesome, dude. I really want to watch Terrifier, and like when it comes to gore, like certain movies don't bother me anymore, but I don't know if I'm at Terrifier level yet.
But I was chatting to Mark Jabrino's girlfriend, Amanda. We're like really good friends, and she's into like these type of movies, and she went to like the Terrifier 2 press conference thing and stuff. And then I told her, and I'm like, it took me a while to get used to the gore and thing, but I liked it because it's real. It's not like there was very little CGI. There was very little technology shit in that movie. It was just full effects.
I'd have to watch it because like I'm weird about it though. Like, how realistic is this gore?
Realistic. It looks realistic, but like the director, he was just an unknown director, right? He just put a B-graded, like he made like a horror movie with very minimum budget and did all the effects himself.
Damn.
And it just became this big fucking icon. Like Art the Clown to me is kind of like Captain Spaulding now.
I will always have a love in my heart for Captain Spaulding.
I think everyone does.
Even House of a Thousand Corpses. I think I'm one of the few Rob Zombie fans that like loves that movie too. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't have a flyer for it yet. But while I'm
We gotta rank it too after
we
we watch
are.
it.
We are. This week, Wednesday, noon Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be reviewing El Super Bisto. And then on next Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be ranking all of Rob Zombie's movies. Actually, do you want to just do that Monday?
We can do that Monday, and we can do the Ghost cover album.
Monday, we're going to be ranking all of Rob Zombie's movies from worst to best. I'm doing worst to best to give them like some edge whenever we start ranking them.
The hype.
El Super Bisto, I don't think is going to be on the list though, because we're just doing
People
horror.
forget about it, but I'll put it on the list.
Huh?
People seem to forget about this movie like it never existed, and I've seen on YouTube clips that people are ranking Rob Zombie's movies. They don't put this up there.
No, and the reason why I don't want to put it on the list though, Gorak, is because we are ranking horror movies.
Yeah,
there's
blood.
You can't really throw in a comedy movie in a list of horror movies. Well, you can. Fuck, I wouldn't know how to rank this because I'm ranking it up against iconic. The Munsters is going to be on there because if we're throwing this on there, we have to throw the Munsters on there.
All I'm going to say with this animation film that he done, I kind of wish that he did more animation style movies.
He did.
But all I'm going to say is this movie was kind of like watching Austin Powers.
Did you know that he did? He didn't do a full movie, but he did a scene in a movie.
Ooh, we'll leave that on Wednesday.
No, we're not. I don't want to leave anybody on that kind of edge. Rob Zombie, you know that scene of Beavis and Butthead Do America where they're in the desert and like they start hallucinating? That artwork was done by Rob Zombie and the music was done by Rob Zombie.
What was right. I haven't watched that movie in so long.
Rewatch it. It's really good. But
roller coaster for love.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw me in some fish and make me some squash and everything else. Like I got frozen squash I'm gonna make. And I'm gonna make me my supper.
Mad. And listen to Black Sabbath.
And listen to Black Sabbath. Eat healthy and listen to Black Sabbath. That needs to be on a shirt.
What's that?
Eat healthy and listen to Black Sabbath.
Yeah. Oh, I'm having my last supper with Black Sabbath. Because they did do a farewell DVD that time.
But what I want to do is I want to get shirts made, even if I don't have it. I just want to have them made just for people that do, just to get a laugh out of it. I may not be fat, but my liver is. No, okay. But Greg,
I don't think overweight people will appreciate that, but I'll buy it.
Well, they don't, because fatty liver typically goes after heavier people, but also you can be skinny and get it too.
Nah, that's true. You can be fucking healthy and still get it.
Well, not healthy and still get it. Like if you don't eat like processed foods at all, you don't eat vegetable oil, that's typically where it comes from. And sugary foods.
Stay away from Macca's, you fuckers.
Yes, and eat healthier, people. Like I'm not saying full blown.
Just eat you'll be fine. Fuck.
I'm not saying eat like me or like go full blown one way or the other. You might freak your body out, but like eat healthier, more vegetable. My doctor told me just eat like you have been, which I'm not doing because I just want to eat healthier. But if you are more health conscious, eat more fish, implement more fish into your diet, less red meats, more vegetables and fruit, and you'll be good.
Or eat a human, you'll be fine.
Eat a human arm. Yeah,
man. Like Hannibal Lecter, the goat.
Now, what I found out is also limit dried fruits. So I love, not to sound like Jeffrey Dahmer before we go, but I love eating dates. Like eating dates is like a thing that I love to do.
Holy shit! That's the reason why you're still single, bro. I'm joking.
It is. It really is. Also, something I learned recently, Greg.
I like to chuck my dates.
Do you think fruit belongs on pizza?
Fruit
Yeah, fruit.
or pineapple?
Fruit. Do you think any type of fruit belongs on pizza?
Depending what fruit.
Just answer the goddamn question.
That sounds stupid. No.
Does fruit belong on pizza?
No.
What about olives?
Yes.
Olive is a fruit.
What?
Yes, that's what I was getting at.
That is fucking weird.
Olives are considered a fruit, and avocados are a fruit as well.
It's like saying pasta is Italian food, which it isn't.
Pasta is, but it's not, because the way that we make pasta, I don't know about Australia, but the way we make pasta is not the same way Italians make pasta. Italian pasta is
from what I've heard, it came from a different country.
The form of pasta that Italians eat, they make it out of, what's the name of it? They make it out of durum wheat. They make it out of durum wheat, which is a whole grain wheat. We don't make it out of that, so it's not as healthy. Unless you go out and buy organic whole grain wheat or whole grain pasta, you're not getting Italian pasta. It has pesticides and shit on it. That's why they live longer lives, because it's not the diet, it's how they live their lifestyle. It's durum wheat.
Interesting.
Is what Italians use. The fucking pasta the pasta dishes we do come from another country. Now, pizza, from my understanding, is not an Italian dish.
No.
They do eat it in Italy, but it's a different kind of pizza. We're covering all kinds of shit on this one.
Yeah, I remember somebody at work was telling me about this. Was saying that pasta didn't originate from Italy.
Now, the history of pizza is not Italian, but it is Mediterranean.
Yeah.
That's where it's confusing. Italy is a Mediterranean country, but it actually comes from the Middle East, the Greeks, the Egyptians, the Armenians, the Israelites, like all them people. They made pizza back in the ancient times, but they used mud ovens and actual whole grains and shit. Like, they had to make it all homemade. But anyway, Gorak.
I wish Australia can say that we created pasta.
What foods did Australians create?
What's that?
What foods did Australians create?
Fuck, that is a good fucking question.
I have a list.
Hang on.
Are you ready? I have a list.
Oh, you found it? Yeah.
Oh, I have it. I just didn't know if you knew.
Nah, tell me.
Lamingtons.
Yeah.
Vegemite.
Oh, yeah, that stuff tastes like shit.
I've been told.
Very salty.
Pavlov.
What's that?
Pavlov.
Oh, pavlova?
Yeah, pavlova. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I believe. Well, actually, no. I think that the Kiwis said it's theirs, but it's not.
Well, it came from two different countries because the origins are kind of foggy, but it's either Australia or New Zealand.
Yeah, but the New Zealanders would say it was them first. But
you guys are in like a war about who created pavlova.
Yeah.
No, also Chico rolls.
Yes.
And meat pies.
Yep.
But anyway, Gorak, I'm getting off of here. We have that show Wednesday. Guys, I'm going to be on Dabs with Dads tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to get me some food in me, and I'm going to figure out the rest of my week. I love you guys, and as always, live long, rock hard, and also we have
watch Terrifier 1 and 2 because it will be on Shudder next week, I think.
And also, before I go, we do have a merch shop now.
Yes, we do. I'm going to buy my own merch.
We just opened a merch shop. So go to allmylinks.com/pinksockpodcast. And you can find all of our merch right there. It is on the All My Links website. There is no actual like pinksock.com or whatever. I've not made an actual link like that, but once you click on the shop link, it'll take you right there and you can buy stuff. Love you all. And as always, live long, rock hard, and get your Live Long, Rock Hard t-shirt. Love you all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like what Art the Clown would say.
Love y'all. Live long, rock hard. And
we need him on the show.
Live long, rock hard, and
stay hard, motherfucker.
Yeah.